Hello.
Hi, I'm Shandell Maxwell,
And I'm Christina Kimball.
and this is OC Blackspace.
We wanted to provide a voice for African Americans in Orange County, our experiences, and we want everyone else to join us in their experience and how we can work together as a community to make our living and work environment better here in Orange County.
Yes. Now, this is our first recording of our show, so we definitely want you to tune in, provide suggestions on topics that you think you'd love to hear us cover. We both are very passionate about our community, the Black community here in Orange County. We're both entrepreneurs. Some of my work has been with community social awareness. So I have Black Behind the Orange Curtain, which is a film that I produced in 2013 that has really opened up this line of communication. So please do make suggestions on topics that you'd love to hear us cover. We're going to learn just as you learn at the same time. So
Yes. And I'm a realtor. I do live in Orange County. I've lived here since 2005. I'm also third vice president for Orange County Realtors here in Orange County. I'm also on the board for Equal Justice um, Association, the Orange County chapter. So we do help people that are having issues with work environment or housing here in Orange County if they feel like they're being discriminated against as well. Um, and I am also a member of a church here in Orange County, Gospel Light, but there's many Black churches here in Orange County, and I do encourage everyone, if nothing else, they at least go to a church because they do provide a lot of information as well. Um, just to meet with other people. One thing about Orange County, we both and I discuss, is that we don't really have like a center place where you may run into one another or where you would go for information and community. So again, hopefully this will help everyone.
yeah, this will definitely be a start for us. So please do support us. Um, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, to a certain degree, because you know how we are. We can go off. So, but we do want to make sure that your voice is heard, just like we're sharing our voice. So today our topic, we're basically going to talk about our goals, for the community and how we feel we can contribute to the community.
Yes. Um, I've seen today was posted an event that's going to happen in August, and I guess I should have had that information, but we should have more protests, marches, and yeah, I sent it to her. Sorry, about different events that's going to go on. I think the only big thing we really have in Orange County where people really get involved is like the Martin Luther King parade, which is not enough. It's once a year, and I personally don't feel like anything's really done in the community. It's just people kind of coming together to celebrate. But there's certainly a lot of issues here. I do think it's probably less than 1% of African Americans here in Orange County, but that's still a lot of people.
Mhm.
And we do need to come together to how to deal with certain things if we're having the same issues and things of that nature. So, like I said, the church has been great for me, and I encourage everyone else. And oh, and while we're talking about that, we do have an email address, so please email us, which is ocblackspace@gmail.com. Email us any comments, suggestions, or even if you have any events that you would like for us to share with everyone, that would be great. Um, and at some point, we may do like a Facebook Live or something like that as well. But please give us your comments as to what you think we should discuss.
And we'll put the link to the Facebook account, and our email address and other resources in the bottom of the comments in the description so that you can look down and kind of see what our contact information, some of the other resources that we'll be providing.
Right. One thing I did want to mention, and hopefully someone can email me on this subject. Well, let me say this: I am a person that I definitely believe everyone should vote. Right? We know what's going on right now, as far as Hillary and Trump, um, which I almost feel like the joke's on us because we really don't have a choice. Um, but on a local level, I'm guilty of not paying attention of anything because anything that comes in the mail is really not my concern. I don't think any politician in Orange County is concerned at all about my needs or wants, and they probably won't pay attention either if it's just one person that will call them up and say, "Hey, what about this issue? What about that issue?" So that's something else. I think we need to come together as well about issues in Orange County that affect us, not just in the workplace or in our homes, but especially in the schools. Although Orange County has some of the best schools here on every level, I think that a minority child, especially an African American child, gets overlooked in a lot of cases. And I personally feel that's something we need to look into. So that's something I definitely want to bring up with everything going on right now, with the elections, and like I said, I get things in the mail and I'm like, I don't even know how to react to this because I know, no, not one politician is concerned about how I feel.
Mhm.
But as a group, I think we can make a difference.
I agree with that. I've been to town hall meetings where uh, there's every other group represented but us,
Right.
right? And they have someone on a panel that is not black. And so, if we can come together and get our voices heard, we're small in numbers. We're about 60,000 here in Orange County.
Okay.
So, if we can actually come together and teach each other how to vote or what to look out for, make
Right.
suggestions, that's what the other communities are doing.
Yeah.
They're being advocates to teach others how to vote. So if we can like do the same thing, it'll help with getting some of our initiatives pushed as well. I've met young black kids in Orange County that are in the school system, and they feel like they don't belong. They feel like they're not included, and some of them don't even know the words, but they feel bad about themselves.
Right.
So we do have to start that communication so that our kids know that they are welcome. They're a diamond in the rough, and they can stand up and stand out as much as they want to. They're gonna get a good education if they're out here and they realize the value of it.
Absolutely. And another issue I think it needs to be addressed is a child may not know when someone's discriminating against them, especially if they've been here since day one, right? They started preschool here, or kindergarten, junior high, high school. They may not know the difference, or know how to handle it. And I think, um, that's something that needs to be talked about as well. Even the parents may not even know. Um, so definitely, I mean, I know I've met with people that didn't realize that someone was discriminating against them or that it wasn't fair until, just checking into one or two simple things. And then you realize, oh, they did discriminate against me. What should I do? Should I do anything? How do I handle it? We definitely want to be able to take the right chains of command in handling things. We don't want to come off as, being angry or anything like that. So we definitely want to be able to talk about that as well. Um, and something else, well, of course, which is something else in the news all around the world right now, is coming in contact with the police.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? I mean, I've had good and bad experiences with the police, but I must say that, as I mentioned before, I've lived here since 2005, and I've probably been pulled over by the police, more here in Orange County than my whole life than in LA County. So that's something that needs to be dealt with as well.
And as part of my PhD work, I'm researching how we socialize our children about race and racial matters. And I've seen other groups use research to support their initiatives. So my goal is to use research to help push forward initiatives for our community. Whether it's to say we need some type of intervention, a facility that is given to us to support ongoing talks or communication or education. So I'm looking to use my research to help our community, and my focus is on how we socialize our kids about race. Because, like Chris just said, if you don't know you're being discriminated against, you don't know if you're being held back from a position for because of the color of your skin or because of your gender.
Right.
If you're not knowing what to look out for, then you could be holding yourself back, and you can, stay in that oppressed mode, which might be the reason why most of us are just surviving here and not
Right.
actually thriving,
Right.
because
Absolutely.
we
Yes.
don't know that there's so many forces against us,
Absolutely.
right?
I
Implicit
agree.
bias and so forth.
Right.
So that's how I want to give back, is bringing my education back to my community. That's the proper way to do it. That's my
Right.
investment in my community.
Right. It's very important. I agree. And other topics on the lighter side, something else we all struggle with, especially women, is hair care products, where to go for things of that nature. I mean, I know there are African American owned beauty stores here, beauty supplies, but not enough, or the line may not be very big. So we're definitely going to talk about that. And a couple other things we can bring to the community, maybe a Black College Expo,
Yes.
Black authors. I know a couple I know I'm going to reach out to. And again, anybody else out there have anything else to add to, please email us, and we'll be more than happy to share that. So, yeah. I think that's good.
Thank you, everybody. Definitely leave us comments, and we look forward to responding to you, and look forward to our next recording.
All right.
How often are we going to record? Because that might be a question that y'all
Oh,
are
yeah.
thinking about.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on your response. So I don't know. Maybe we want to do twice a month, 3 times a month. I don't know. I guess we have to discuss that.
That's a good call. We'll base it off of what you want to
Right.
know about, but we'll start with maybe twice a month.
Yeah. Email us,
Yeah.
and we will respond, and let everybody know.
Yeah.
We'll go from there. Thank you.